Okay, today we are going to be factoring trinomials where a is 1. So these do not have a greatest common factor like the ones we did last time. Okay, so the first step in factoring a trinomial is we need to draw a 2 by 2 box with a box in the middle. So we're going to make a nice big box. And then you're going to need a box here in the middle. Next, we are going to label the boxes. I'm going to show you where they go. So your x squared term goes in this top left box. And then your middle term, your x term, goes in this little middle box. And then the 6, your integer, goes in this box. And remember, we're trying to figure out what multiplies to give us, what are the factors that multiply to give us x squared plus 5x plus 6. So next, we need to find the sides of the x squared box. So since it's x squared, it may be a different variable, but in this case it's x squared. So the only thing that multiplies to give us x squared is x and x. Then we need to find the other two sides. So what multiplies to 6 and adds to 5? So you guys remember this little cross? You say what multiplies to this number and adds to this number. And so what multiplies to 6? Well, that's either 6 times 1 or 3 times 2. But then what adds to 5? 6 plus 1 would be 7. So we know it's not that one. So we know it's got to be 3 and 2. And it doesn't matter where we put it. So I'll put the plus 3 here and the plus 2 here. And let's check. X times 3 gives us 3x, and 2 times x gives us 2x. So these two boxes should combine to give you this, and it does. So we factored correctly, and so our last step is to just write the factors. So our first factor is x plus 2, And our second factor is x plus 3. And you could switch them. You could write the x plus 3 first and then the x plus 2. Doesn't matter the order. Okay, let's look at your assignment. So again, we first need to start by drawing a box. And remember, you need a little box inside. Then you're going to label the boxes. So we write them in order from the highest power down diagonal here. So we start with p squared. We put 11p in there and then 10 here. Then we find the sides of the x squared box, of this top left box. So in this case, it's p squared. So what times what multiplies to give us p squared? That's p times p. Then we need to find the other two sides. So in this case, we need it to multiply to 10 and add to 11. So what multiplies to 10 and adds to, multiplies to 10 and adds to 11. So the only things that multiply to 10 are 5 and 2, or 10 and 1. So which of those adds to 11? It's going to be 10 and 1. And so we're going to put a positive 10 here and a positive 1 here. And you could switch them. It doesn't matter where the 10 and the 1 go. And p times 10 is 10p, and 1 times p is 1p, and those should add to this little box. And 1p plus 10p give us our 11p. So we now know our factors are p plus 1 times p plus 10. When we multiply those, we will get p squared plus 11p plus 10. Let's do one more that has a negative. So number 4, we have n squared minus 15n plus 50. So again, we need our 4 boxes. We have n squared, negative 15n, and 50. So what multiplies to give us n squared? That's n times n. Now we need to figure out what multiplies to 50 but adds to negative 15. So it's going to be 2 negatives, right? Because it has to multiply to a positive but add to a negative. So it could be negative 50 times negative 1. It could be negative 25 times negative 2, because that multiplies to 50. It could be negative 5 times negative 10. So all of these multiply to 50, but which of them add to negative 15? This does not. This does not. Negative 5 and negative 10, this one does. So it's negative 5 and negative 10. And if we multiply those, we get negative 10 in here and negative 5 in here, which those do. They combine to that negative 15n. So our factors are n minus 5 and n minus 10. And again, the order doesn't matter. You could write n minus 10 times n minus 5. Doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead and work on your assignment.